Good morning, Jerry. How are you?
Shan RJ, I'm doing great today, and here in New York, actually, and I've got a league meeting starts here in just a few minutes, so involved in a little bit of that, and then be on my way to Dallas.
All right, Jerry, your overall thoughts about that game Sunday night in Philadelphia?
Well, we all agree it was uncharacteristically for this year mistake prone as a team on both sides of the ball, really. And we paid the price. The obvious were of course, those turnovers. We went in that ball game understanding how we had been winning with, frankly, the running game. Thought we could run on them. As it turned out, we couldn't. We did run on them. And we really put that ball in the air against a bunch that can make you pay for it in the secondary, and they did. So I think the thing that I probably come away with is if we play our game, we've got a good chance to be in better shape throughout that game.
Yeah, Jerry, we get into sports debates about moral victories. I happen to believe in them. Many people don't. And I thought that the second half of that game was a tremendous positive. How are you looking at the comeback when you guys were down 20-0? It was a madhouse there, national TV, and y'all were able to mount that comeback.
First of all, I was really buoyed by the way that we executed and that we put ourselves in position to get within 3. I was surprised, and it is lingering, but you talk about a mental or moral resolve. I thought they were through moving the ball the way our defense has been playing, which was just a really a little naive with the team that Philadelphia's got and the way the competitiveness of the league today. But I thought they were through moving the ball. I thought we were going to stop them on their ensuing possessions, and we were going to come in there and prevail. I thought we were going to win that game after the third quarter. So with that in mind, we all saw where we can improve and the mistakes we made to keep us from that happening. We played a good team. We played a good team at their home field in a hostile environment. We played it well. We should be encouraged.
Jerry, was Philly as good as you thought they were coming in?
Yes. They were the team that I thought they were, and the game went the way that I thought the game would go, and I really thought we had a good plan to beat them. Had we executed our plan, I think on hindsight we prevailed. I think we can beat them, and when we play them here in Dallas, all things equal, I think we'll do well.
Jerry Jones here on 105.3 The Fan. Jerry, we're all trying to put your defense into a category. Are they special? Are they great? Are they good? In my opinion, and I thought of this when you brought this up, talking about the other night, if you guys improve the run defense a little bit, they can be special. Is that a fair assessment? And how are you looking at the run defense overall, maybe being a little bit improved to get you into an elite category?
Well, I look at the run defense in a way that can we be better against the run without giving up some of the pluses that we have in our pressure or some of the coverage. Now that's a little bit of a balance to give and to get, and so we've got to get there in terms of being a little tougher against the run, being a little tougher, not just the middle, but to the outside as well. That involves your secondary a lot. And so can we get there, though? We have the players to get there. You bet we do. And as good as we've ever had. And so I think we can be what we want to be defensively, and without going there before you do today, our offense has got a chance to have an uptick here. And we've got not only Dak, but we've got other personnel that are going to be being added there. That'll help us.
Jerry, it looked like for the first time in his career that Micah really got bottled up. What did they do differently on him? And are you scared they may have kind of discovered some kind of a blueprint?
Well, we all recognize his abilities, and they didn't cover that up. We had him in some option situations, basically one play really typified that, where he was kind of going to the outside there and still playing with whether the quarterback was going to keep it or pitch it. Those classic option situations. He can get better. That gave him a little pause. Michael's a player that has that unique ability to see and commit early and really make a play with that burst and that kind of waiting, if you will. It's the old classic stringing it out option type play by the offense that causes the defense to get in a kind of non-committal area. I think just a little practice at that, and he will do well there too. He's got all the tools to be a great, if you will, run-pass option player on defense.
All right, Jerry, everybody is waiting for the question about your quarterback. Steven, a little non-committal yesterday. McCarthy, a little more aggressive. Dak said he plans to play against the Lions on Sunday. Is Dak Prescott going to be starting for you guys against Detroit?
Well, let's just say this. He's determined to. I think he's, from my perspective, from what I can know and see, I think he's going to get there. We feel like that physically he's at a position that the risk-reward that justifies him being out there in terms of any reoccurrence of the injury. Set that one off to the side. We don't have that to think about. So it's a question of him getting ready. And he's going to be given every opportunity this week to get ready to go play.
Jerry, what can he do physically now that maybe he couldn't do last week or 2 weeks ago in terms of that physical improvement?
Well, he had a very impressive throwing session before the game there in Philadelphia, and he just really can put the ball placement, throw the ball, strength, spin, zip, really the whole repertoire of being able to throw that football. And I think that given what he's done as well as what he's going to do this week, then any concern that he might get out there and have because of any awkwardness or any being there out there too early, that he injures something else, pulls something else in his total motion. That's always a concern when guys are coming back. Will they compensate there and create an overcompensation someplace else? I don't think that's there. And that probably won't get much consideration. I think he's got a good chance to be out there.
And you guys will assess him throwing tomorrow, or will that be today?
Well, no, he's doing things. He does things every day and is under a constant assessment. But he looks good. He looks ready to go.
Jerry, what do you think Dak learned while out during this great run by Cooper and the team?
Well, he might roll back to the classic Michael Irvin statement when Michael got injured. He said that probably as much as anything, I realized how much football meant to me, and I realized how important it was to me and how bad I needed to play. And so he said my rehab time was one of enlightenment and inspiration for the future. So he said that was always in a vein of that injury helped my career, if you will. I certainly know that Dak really was anxious to be out there to contribute, help the team be what it can be. And so as if he needed it, which he doesn't, the motivation to just be a part of this team and be a part of play his part in its success.
Jerry, do you think you'll have to ease back into an offensive game plan with him when he does come back, be a little bit more conservative in order to get him going once Dak returns?
Again, I wouldn't go there. I think he'll be back, and I think we'll get to do anything that we want to do. No one is more prepared. No one has spent more hours getting ready to play a football game than Dak. And I think we've got it all there, the full repertoire. So I don't think there'll be any limitations on anything we do. But do we know more about our personnel right now, our offensive personnel? We know more about our defensive personnel. We know we can do some things and count on the defense more than we have in the past. And I think we've got an upgrade, frankly, since Dak has been gone on the execution ability of his supporting cast on offense.
Jerry, what would you have said if I told you you'd be 4-2 at this point after week 1 and what happened? Would you believe that?
I would have. I just can't tell you how excited I would be. What we wouldn't have said if you'd spit it out pretty fast is how we got here and how we have improved during this run. And again, goes back to the last thing I said. We're a better team than we were 5 weeks ago. And we have improved the right way. We've done it with repetition. We've done it with young players. We've done it with players that have worked into the kind of things that coaches want them to do. We've had a lot of depth that's gotten a lot of reps during this time. We're a better team than we were that lost against Tampa, period.
Jerry Jones brought to you by Ford, built for Texas, built for you. You said more help is on the way. How are things looking injury-wise, Jerry, with Dalton Schultz?
I don't know. To me, that is a question mark. He was a surprise for me and us at the end of the week, and so I can't speak to that. We will have to see how he as his week goes.
Do you happen to have any update on Tyron's return?
Yes, good. Good. I don't have a game in mind, but his progress is notable. His work as to all the other parts of his physical preparation, his work is intense. We're going to see, and hopefully we're going to see a lot of football out of Tyron. It'll be closer to the end of the year, but we're going to see a lot of football in my mind.
Jerry, going back to that game, what was your vantage point, your reaction, your thoughts on not reviewing the fourth down or the third down CeeDee Lamb play that resulted in an incomplete pass on fourth down?
Just a mistake, and you have a game. You're going to have some mistakes. You're going to have some calls you'd like to have back, the minute we saw it and saw that he had made it, then you obviously knew it was a mistake not to have it reviewed. And how we do that in the box, who we've got doing it, those kinds of things. That's why you look back and take these games, take what happened in the game, and get better at it and improve on it. And we need to look at that and say, let's don't do that again.
Jerry, I wanted to ask you just an overall question since you are about to go into the league meetings. Tom Brady has made a comment. Some of the scoring has been down in Vegas. Do you think that we're seeing like a drop-off in terms of quality of play this year? And if so, what would be a reason for that?
Well, I don't see that at all. Probably, I think the quality of play is as good as I've ever seen it. And I think the players are as talented, size, speed that I've ever seen. And I think we're at the top of our game as the 30-something years I've been in the NFL, certainly since I've been around football. And I think what you're seeing a lot of outstanding competitive ball games. And, it's a game of mistakes. It's a game of taking advantage of the other team's mistakes. It's all there. And there's 50 ways from Sunday to win a football game or lose a football game. That's what makes this game so exciting to watch.
Jerry, do you expect a major burning issue to be brought up in these league meetings? Is there something top of your mind or something that you think needs to be addressed with the way the season has gone so far that you guys are going to get to?
I will have some discussion as to the roughing the passer rule. We'll have, that should be. We have sessions where it's wide open and the owners can just step up and bring up ad hoc type things that aren't on the agenda. And this is, of course, our fall meeting, and so you likely could have some of those things brought up.
Jerry, there's an argument. Some people are saying, and it makes sense from an investment standpoint, that owners may want the quarterback really, really, really taken care of. Like, let's throw more of these flags versus less because the quarterbacks are the most entertaining and some of them are getting paid $40 million, yours included. What do you say to that argument in this discussion?
Yeah, we've been trying to take care of quarterbacks forever and should be. And the game that we have creates a vulnerability. They're a target that is concentrating for the most part. They are targets, and they are concentrating for the most part downfield, away. They're using their instincts and their senses to feel pressure, but they're basically trying to execute the offense, and they are irreplaceable in most cases. We got lucky with Rush and where we are at backup quarterback. So, yeah, you should be. That left, I'll give you an example. The left tackle, the right tackle gets to start with his foot back, his outside foot back.
Yeah.
It used to be they had those even. Well, the difference is dramatic, and when you put it back on, you're being able to protect the outside rusher to start the play that way. So the game has had adjustments going since the beginning of time, and they're good ones, and they have helped us have the game we got today. I have no apologies to make in any way for any of the additional things you do to help avoid injury to the quarterback. The question is, how do you effectively do that without going overboard? And I think we do a good job of that over the years. There sometimes can be some adjustments, and we may be in one of those areas.
And then finally, Jerry, before we let you go, with these owners' meetings taking place, do you expect to discuss, and do you all need to discuss the Dan Snyder story that's out there? Will you guys address that with each other?
Yeah, no, I don't think that'll be something discussed today. That's more a media thing than it is an internal thing.
Oh, so you don't view it as an issue. Your relationship with Dan has been the same over the years?
What I'm saying is that, no, I'm just saying that I don't think it's going to have much time to as we visit about this meeting. And secondly, I think it's between the media and the politics, the outside. I'm talking about outside, media, outside politics, those kinds of things. I know of no issues that I'm not have knowledge of, and so no, I don't think that'll be a highlighted item today at all.
Jerry, thank you for the time as always. Have a good meeting, a good week, and let's bounce back against the Lions, hopefully with Dak at quarterback.
You bet, guys. Let's do that for sure, and we can. We will. Thank you.